Well, we're gonna do working events part 4. Um, we're not gonna go back to the business ones for a little while. I think we're gonna do 5 or maybe 6 of these. Um, like I said, this is 4. So we already covered shoes, what to bring. Now, when you're getting off shift, generally they'll if some people didn't show up for the afternoon shift, they may ask you for you to do a couple hours. If you can physically do it, I mean, obviously it's more money for you, but it's more, the more you help, the better spots that you'll probably get. Um, especially the more that you know or the more that you can do. Um, I don't know if I would do another shift. You know what I mean? A lot of people get there and run these gauntlets, and it's a quick way to make money. I mean, like I was saying before, I used to, live on tobacco and alcohol, and it'd be like 72 hours. I mean, there's pictures of me Sunday night or Monday morning just out in the chair. I mean, literally, you know, got done working, sat down in the chair, took off my shoes, still on, still there, and just be out. Um, a lot of these, especially the bigger festivals, they'll have a separate area for the security companies. Some of them you're all on the same lot, some of them you're in a different lot, but it's important to have a place to go and de-escalate or de-stress. Let it go. Um, especially on the first night. If you have any questions, that's the time to eat it. And like I said, most of these, the bigger events, the company will feed you. You know what I mean? So that's a good time to maybe, talk to some of the higher ups or whatever. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, again, I wouldn't, even though again they want you to have fun, especially on the first night, I wouldn't really go out back into the event. I would just stay at location and depending on how easy it was, I would maybe even leave. Go to a big boy or some kind of sit down restaurant, uh, just to get off your mind off that. Get your mind away from that. Because once you're there, you're there. I mean, it's 100% of the time. Even the same thing if you have an issue with somebody or what I mean. Don't do that in the festival area. Do it at your camp area. But generally, what I would do is I come back and eat or maybe shower then eat. Generally, I would shower and eat and change clothes, socks. Get as comfortable as you can. Hang out there or hang out by yourself. Get as much rest as you can on that first night. You know, um, be it if you're sleeping in your car or however you do it. Some people, if you live close enough, you can go home. But you got to remember, you have to come back into this. So there would be really no way. Well, I mean, I take that back. There was a couple places I worked that did have a different entrance for security, but still, it was a 30 or 45-minute wait to get to that point. You know what I mean? So you got to remember, these positions, because they're 12 hours, it may start at 7 to 7 or 6 to 6 and or something like that. So you don't want to come in rushing because they're going to try to get you on spot for that start time. So you really want to be there. I know everybody hates it. Well, they're going to pay me. They're going to pay me. Well, these are just some of the things that you gotta suck up. Some companies will have a 24-hour running clock. But a lot of them is you might even have to punch in right there or sign in right there. Um, but they want you on that position at 7 o'clock. So try to be there, and you don't want to rush around. Especially if you're out partying that first night. Uh, hopefully you didn't. You get as much rest and energy as you can. Because the second going into the third night, be it it's a 3-day festival or a 4-day festival, um, your days are gonna get longer, and you get this energy boost. I mean, it's weird after so many hours. So your day 3 and day 4, you may be able to go with the first few hours sleep, especially if you took the opportunity and slept before that first day. You didn't hang out and party. You slept that after your first day of work. You got rested up, and that's the name of the game. Because like I said, if you don't want to be out there falling out, especially in some of these positions that they may not necessarily have a radio. So you want to make sure that if you have a problem that you tell somebody, or if there's something going on, or if you have a pre-existing issue, tell somebody. If you have to have a certain many water breaks, they may not put you in a position so far away, especially if someone has to come to you every so often. Like I said, you should bring your own water there, so there should really be need for a break. And a lot of these spots, they'll generally set up, a porta potty, and they suck. We all know they suck, but it's better than nothing. Near these posts, and they barely get used. So I guess that is one bright spot. Nobody likes a hot porta potty. No. So that's why, when we start talking, I think in the next one we'll talk about eating. You know what I mean? You don't want to be eating, stuff that's going to affect you in the sun. It's going to give you a stomachache, make you sick, that kind of stuff. Because again, you may only have a porta potty, and you don't want to be sick with that's all you have, especially if it's been used for 3 days. I'm saying I don't know why I say that. But anyway, we're going to keep this one short because I do got some stuff I got to get into work-wise. But, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm going to save that till when we're done. But, we had an okay, weekend. We're still here. So, but like I said, when I get done with working events, we'll get into that. So I know we didn't have a lot today, but this is part 4. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer any questions I can. Events are great. I do love hanging out with people, but again, you want to make sure that you're physically able to. You know what I mean? You don't want to be, especially if it's hot or you have it where the first day's hot, then it's raining the second day. Then the third day it's hot again. It affects, especially if people only have a tent. If they weren't able to stay out of the rain, they weren't able to get dry quick, or if they didn't bring socks, or if they didn't have socks on them. A lot can happen to you, especially, comfort-wise or workability-wise. You know what I mean? You might not be able to walk that patrol, and we've all done it. I had a 12-hour walk patrol working Electric Forest one time when I had to walk the front area, before you get in where the little benders are. But before you get into Electric Forest, that's where I paid like $15 for a pack of Newports because I didn't think I was going to smoke. But okay, that's it. We'll see you at 5.